last time on the bill. Now that we have the engine on the test stand, we just got to button up a few things and then we're going to fire it up. We're turning the crankshaft right now to get to top dead center. We're going to set it at 10 degrees advance. That's roughly right where we're going to be when we set our distributor in, and that way it's going to be set up perfectly. What we're going to do is take our oil prime tool or oil pump tool, and we're going to put that down. You can see the groove right here fits right over top of the oil pump shaft, and we're going to put it down in there, pull the trigger on the drill, and get the oil flowing. One way to tell, usually your tool is covered in oil. That's a good sign. This means it was pumping. Okay, we're getting ready to put our distributor in. We went with an HEI setup. Basically, it's an electronic ignition with a coil pack on top. One of the easiest distributors to use, and it's probably the most popular. So what we have to do, we've got the engine set at top dead center. So what we're going to do is put the distributor in and get the rotor button lined up on the gears, so it's pointed at top dead center on spark plug number 1. As you can see, we have a gap here, so the distributor's not flush. So what you have to do, one of two things: you either take the distributor out and turn the oil pump shaft a little bit until it locks in, or you can just rotate the engine around until it drops into place. And so we're going to rotate the engine and you'll see it drop. Okay, we've got our rotor button right here where the electrode is. It's kind of pointing at number 1 cylinder. So we're going to put our cap in place, and it should line up with number 1 on the cap. And the cap can only go on one way. There's a little notch that keeps it in place. Right there. Okay, now that we've got our distributor where we want it, we're going to lock it down in place, get it at least snug so it's not easily movable. So when we start the engine, we can slightly adjust the timing.
Next, we're going to install our spark plugs, and what we have to do before that we install them is we have to gap them. So these are gapped at 40 thousandths. We have our spark plug gapper here. This is our 40 thousandths gapping tool. Basically, you just shove it in between the contact and the point, and you want that tight fit, so that way you've got your perfect gap on your plug. Alright, we got our first one in. We got 7 more to go.